The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Well, hello again, everybody, and welcome to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network. Certainly glad that you've tuned in, and as always, presented by Lyona Laborers Local 663, who remind us, hey, drive safely in those work zones. Those folks want to go home to their families as well. On the line with us here is Alan Hilliard from Alan Hilliard Sports. Alan, what's going on?
Oh, just enjoying a Friday night here.
Yeah, rare Friday night off for you with Waynesville having been eliminated from the postseason in football. So you're going to get to kind of help fly the desk tonight with the scoreboard guy. But first off, we're going to talk about volleyball, state volleyball going on this weekend as well. And in Class 1, they started earlier today in the semifinals in girls volleyball and advance. They defeated Santa Fe 3-1. Winona and Jasper are playing right now to see who will take on advance in the state championship. That game will be tomorrow at 12 p.m. The third place game will be tomorrow at 9 a.m. In Class 2 volleyball, these are all being played at the Show Me Center down in Cape Girardeau. In Class 2 semifinals tonight at 6 p.m. will be St. Vincent taking on Bishop LeBlond, and Herman will match up against undefeated Fairgrove Lady Eagles. Class 3 state volleyball, they've all gone final now, as Potosi in the semifinals defeated Odessa 3-0, and Logan Rogersville shut out Eldon 3-0. And Potosi is your Class 3 state champion as they defeat Rogersville 3-0. Your third place winner is Odessa with a 3-0 shutout over Eldon. And in Class 4 state championships in volleyball, St. Pius X out of Festus is your state champions. They defeat Jefferson City 3-1, and Lutheran St. Charles wins the third place game over Platte County, also 3-1. In Class 5, state championship was last night as Lafayette Wildwood wins, I believe, their second consecutive, and I believe 8 or 9 of the last 11 state championships as they defeat Ozark 3-0. Liberty over Francis Howe 3-0 in that game as well. So the volleyball will be concluded tomorrow. We'll have all of our Class 1 through Class 5 state champions in women's volleyball, so that season will come to an end for the 2024 fall season. Alan, anything surprise you up to this point in volleyball? Did you get to take in any volleyball matches?
Oh, I watched quite a few decent games. Watched some Waynesville games, watched a couple of Lebanon matchups, and some fairly good teams, especially in the COC and some of these smaller schools. Some very good volleyball matchups coming out of them. Licking, a good program. Houston, a good program in Southwest Missouri.
Cross-country state championships were today in Classes 1 and 5, both on the boys and the girls side. And on the girls side in Class 5, your individual champion is Bella Navarro Sanchez with a 1/10 of a second victory over Lucinda Wright of Liberty North. Liberty Wentzville as well. Bella Navarro Sanchez goes to high school. Your championship team-wise is Eureka High School, as Blue Springs South comes in second, Father Tolton in third, St. Teresa's Academy and Liberty High School round out the top 5. Your top 5 finishers individually, as I mentioned, Bella Navarro Sanchez wins first place with a time of 18:08.3. Lucinda Wright, second place with a time of 18:08.4. And in third place from St. Joseph Academy is Savannah Amon with a time of 18:14.6. And Ava Dahl from Joplin High School comes in fourth with a time of 18:17.7. In Class 5 boys action, it was Henry Acorn with a tremendous time, 5th fastest time in MSHSAA history, with a 14:52.4 coming in, and he's from Rockhurst High School. Coming in second was Graham Stevener with a time of 15 flat 0.9. Luke Savers of Rockbridge comes in third with a time of 15:08.1, and in fourth place, Gabriel Volker from Raypeg with a time of 15:09.1, and Andrew Davis from Rockhurst rounds out the top 5 with a time of 15:13.6. Team-wise, Rockhurst with 59 points. They win first place team-wise. Second place is St. Louis University High at 84 points. Third is Raymore Peculiar at 96. Fourth is Rockbridge, and Liberty High School rounds out the top 5. In Class 1 girls, Sonia Brummer from Calvary Lutheran is your state champion on the individual side at 15:45.2. Faith Clark finishes in second. She's from Mansfield High School with a time of 15:56 flat. In third place is Maya Ray from South Nottoway with a 16:01.1. Addison Beringhouse finishes fourth with a time of 16:27 flat. Allie Barton from Liberal High School with a 16:28.1 finishes fifth. Team scoring, Dora High School wins the state championship with a 84 points. Chadwick High School finishes in second. Macaulay Catholic finishes in third. School of the Ozarks in fourth, and Calvary Lutheran in fifth. In Class 1 boys action, in first place from Mansfield High School, Nolan Corder with a time of 16:14.8. Finishing second is Landon Chapman of Paris High School at 16:25.7. Michael Parrington, Paragon, finishes third from Macaulay Catholic with a time of 16:25.8. Trey Veer from Macaulay Catholic High School finishes fourth with a time of 16:32 flat. And in fifth place from Thomas Jefferson, Will Twist with a time of 16:59.3. Southwest Missouri takes the top 4 spots here with Macaulay Catholic finishing first, Thomas Jefferson in second. Those schools both in Joplin. School of the Ozarks out of Branson finishes third, and Hermitage High School out of the Polk County League, they finish fourth. Van Buren is in fifth place. That will wrap up your cross country. There'll be the classes 2, 3, and 4 they will race tomorrow. In boys soccer from last night, Class 1 District 1 Championship, Valley Park shuts out of St. Mary's Southside 1-0. In Class 1 District 2 Championship, Metro defeats Gateway Science Charter 2-0. And in Class 1 District 4 semifinals, it was Crocker over Calvary Lutheran 5-3, and Fatima defeats Dixon 4-1. In your Class 1 District 5 district championship, it was Sacred Heart over Stover 3-0. And in your Class 1 District 6 semifinal, Greenwood shuts out Fair Grove 1-0, and New Heights Christian Academy defeats Lakeway 6-0. And in your Class 1 District 7 championship, Lone Jack improves to 20-3 as they defeat Crystal Ray 3-1. Class 1 District 8 semifinals, it was St. Pius, the 10th out of Kansas City, 8-0 over Northland Christian, and Bishop LeBlanc defeats Faith Christian Academy High School 2-1. In your Class 2 District 1 semifinals, it was Bayless with a 3-2 victory over the 1 seed, Perryville. In the other semifinal was Lutheran South over St. Pius, the 10th out of Festus 3-0. Class 2 District 3 championship, Orchard Farm defeats Deschênes 2-1. In your Class 2 District 4 championship, Moberly, the 3 seed, upsets Southern Boone 1-0. And in Class 2 District 5 semifinals, it was Logan Rogersville over Monette 2-1, and Bolivar defeats Osage 5-1. Class 2 District 6 championship at Knobnoster was Marshall over St. Paul Lutheran out of Concordia, 4-1. Class 2 District 8 Championship, Excelsior Springs defeats Maryville, 9-1. Class 3 District 1 Championship, Farmington over Cape Notre Dame, 2-0. And your Class 3 District 2 champion is Vianney as they defeat Parkway West, 3-1. Your Class 3 District 3 champion, Ladue, over Westminster Christian Academy, 1-0. And in your Class 3 District 5 semifinals, it was Capital City over Union, 2-0. And St. Francis Borgia defeats Elias Catholic, 2-1. In your Class 3 District Championship, Springfield Catholic, 23-4 now on the season. They defeat Carl Junction, 2-1. Your Class 4 District 1 semifinals, it was Lindbergh, the 1 seed over Kirkwood, 3-1, and Melville over Oakville, 2-1. In your Class 4 District 4 semifinals, St. Dominic defeats Francis Howe, 3-2, and Liberty Wentzville over Timberland, 5-2. And your Class 4 District 6 championship, Rockhurst, the national champions from a year ago and reigning state champions at 19-1, they defeat Lee Summit, 2-0. In your Class 4 District 7 semifinals, it was Rockbridge over Grain Valley, 5-0, and Blue Springs defeats Blue Springs South, 1-0. And in Class 4 District 8 semifinals, Liberty North, the 1 seed, they move on as they defeat Liberty, 5-0, and Park Hill South over Park Hill. Well, it's going to be a big night of high school football tonight. Any particular games you're looking forward to?
Well, there's a couple games I was interested in. I thought about going up to Jeff City. A couple good matchups there. Both Camdenton and Lebanon both playing up there, facing Helias and Capital City. And one of them a rematch there. Capital City and Camdenton played earlier, and that turned into a Capital City win. But in district football, it could go either way this time of year.
Yes, indeed it can, and we'll run through the matchups here. First off, on the 8-man side, in District 1, Lockwood will host Liberal, and New Heights will travel to Greenfield. And in District 2, this is 8-man football. Archie will host Osceola, and Drexel will be at Appleton City. In District 3, Concordia will host Sweet Springs, and Northwest will host Slater. In District 4, Bramer, the 1 seed, they will host Santa Fe, and Hardin Central will host Wellington Napoleon. District 5, Bishop LeBlond will host DeKalb. Bishop LeBlond, the 1 seed, and St. Joe Christian will host Plattsburgh. And in District 6, Rockport, the 1 seed, will host Tarkio, and West Nottoway will host North Andrew. And in District 7, it'll be King City at Albany and Worth County at Platte Valley. And in District 8, in the semifinals for 8-man football, Knox County will be at North Shelby, and Schuyler County will be at Paris. Moving on into District 1, into Class 1, brought to you by Bambino's Italian Cafe, home of the Tip-Off Club, which begins December the 2nd. Be sure and join us every day. The doors open at 11. Food is prepared and ready by 11:15. And coaches will be invited to come in and speak from the high school surrounding area and colleges as well. In Class 1, District 1 quarterfinals, it'll be Louisiana at St. Vincent, Hayti at Van Far, Malden at Crystal City, and Chaffee will be at Charleston. In District 2 in Class 1 quarterfinals, Crestridge will be at Tipton, Marceline will be at Salisbury, Colcamp will be at Westran, and Fayette will be at Harrisburg. And in Class 1 District 3 quarterfinals, Miller will be at Marionville, Pierce City at Windsor, Lincoln at Adrian, and Midway will be at Ash Grove. And in District 4 quarterfinals in Class 1, Penny will host Maysville, Polo will be at West Platte, North Platte will be at Milan, and Scotland County will be at Putnam County. Be sure to tune in to Friday Night Live at 9:30. All the high school scores from around the state. Brought to you by the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks sponsoring our Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week on the male and female side. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, 12 locations in the heart of the Ozarks. Class 2, these are all semifinal matchups in districts. Kelly will be at Valley Catholic. East Prairie will be at Caruthersville. In District 2, St. Pius will be at Herman, and Jefferson will be at Bowling Green. In District 3, Class 2, District 3, South Callaway will be at Lafayette County. Centralia will be at Father Tolton. And in District 4, Thayer will be at Fair Grove, and Houston will be at Mountain View Liberty. Look for two pretty good games there as Mountain View Liberty, Houston, and Thayer coming out of that SCA. Fair Grove's been either ranked 1 or 2 all season long. Look for that Thayer-Fair Grove matchup to be a physical game for the Fair Grove Eagles. What are your thoughts?
Oh, there we go. I agree there. Those 4 teams right there, some pretty good matchups coming out of them, and really all 4 of them have a good shot at competing for the district title there. But Fair Grove been nearly the top of the rankings all year. Thayer, a little low early, but they rose to the top of the rankings also, and that's a good place to be down in Fair Grove tonight. And then Mountain View Liberty, of course, another strong team every year in the SCA down there.
Moving into District 5, where Warsaw is the 1 seed, they will host Sarcoxy. Lamar's the 2 seed, and they will host a very good Stockton team that had a great year under new head coach Luke Rader this season. So Stockton will travel to Lamar in Class 2. District 5 and District 6, Pembroke Hill, the 1 seed. They will face our host Butler, and Kip KC Legacy, the 2 seed, will host Holden. Class 2, District 7, South Shelby will host Macon. Monroe City will host Clark County. And in District 8, Brookfield will host Lawson, and Mid-Buchanan host East Buchanan. In Class 3, District Football, also the semifinals, Dexter will host Fredericktown in District 1, and Park Hill Central will host St. Genevieve. In District 2, Borgia will play host to Lift for Life, while St. Clair travels to John Burroughs. And in Class 3, District 3, Hallsville will be at St. Charles West, and Moberly will be at Wright City. In District 4, Blair Oaks, who spent some time as the number 1 ranked team in the state, and they will host Southern Boone, while Knob-Noster will be at Booneville. And in District 5, interesting district here as well, Stratford, the 1 seed, will host St. James, the 5 seed, and Mountain Grove travels to Mount Vernon, where they have never played before, and they've not even met up with each other. 2 teams that have never met in their history, and another matchup there between a Big 8 school and an FCA school. You know, it's something. Dan Swafford at Mountain Grove, you know, likely a Hall of Fame coach, spent all those years at Ava, got out of the high school ranks for just a couple of years to coach at Evangel. Now going back to Mountain Grove, who was his biggest rival when he was coaching at Ava, but he's a Mountain Grove kid. Grew up at Mountain Grove, played at Southwest Baptist University, but you got to go to a Big 8 team like Mount Vernon. That's a long drive, number 1, and then it's a tough matchup, I think.
Oh, I agree there, and it's just amazing these schools haven't met before because they're similar size and not close necessarily in Missouri, but I mean, they're, you know, logically they would have ran into each other at some point in the past, but it's one of those matchups where the cards just never work that way.
Yeah, and that's a matchup for a Mount Vernon team in that district who has never played at the varsity level anyone else in that district, whether it be Stratford, St. James, Mountain Grove, Cuba, I think was in that district as well, but a Mount Vernon team who had never played any of those other teams in that district. Meanwhile, you go to a Class 3 District 6, and you've got a Seneca team hosting an Aurora team, and Seneca may be the best team in the state, in my opinion. And then East Newton is at Forsyth. The only saving grace because that'll be that matchup there between District 5 and District 6. And I don't foresee anybody in that district having any success against Seneca. But if a Mount Vernon or a Mountain Grove happen to win that District 5, then they would host Seneca. And if you get them at home and you play a perfect game, there's an opportunity there. But otherwise, Seneca, I think, has got to be the favorite in Class 3.
Oh, absolutely. Seneca. Crank this up. There we go. Absolutely. Seneca there has been really on point all year. Into the season, they really just drove in the point that they were not the team to just fall apart at the end. They ended the year strong, but as you mentioned, a home field advantage is more than what people think it is. You could go to certain stadiums, and I'm sure you've been there, where there's cars parked around the football field, but it's just that environment. Some are in a valley, some are top of a hill, some just the bleachers are up against the field in some of them.
Yeah, that small school atmosphere is outstanding. I can remember playing a game in high school at Miller, Missouri, when I was at Mount Vernon, and I was probably in junior high when we played them. But they would actually back their pickups up to just behind the goalpost, and they'd sit in the back of their trucks, and they got their deer hunting rifles and everything else in their pickups, just sitting in the back watching the game. But it was a lot of fun. And we had some huge crowds. And I can remember a Seneca game in particular at Mount Vernon my senior year, where Shannon Crouch was the running back at Seneca, and who had a tremendous career. And the best running back I ever saw in person or played against was Shannon Crouch. But they ended up beating us in that game, and they went on to win the state title that year. But continuing here with Class 3, District 7, Odessa will host Summit Christian. Oak Grove will be at St. Michael. In District 8, in Class 3, Cameron will be at Richmond, and Chillicothe will be at Maryville. Moving on to Class 4, presented by Liuna, Labor's Local 663. Feel the power. Class 4, in District 1, Festus will host North County. Perryville will host Hillsboro. In District 2, Union will be at Gateway. Pacific will be at Sullivan. And in District 3, Jennings will be at Lutheran North. And University City will be at Miller Career Academy. District 4, Fort Zumwalt East will be at Parkway North. And Westminster Christian will be at Orchard Farm. And in District 5, Osage will be at Warrenton. Hannibal will host Mexico. And in District 6, Logan Rogersville will be at West Plains, and Bolivar travels to Carl Junction. Both of those contests are rematches from earlier this year. And in Class 4, District 7, Harrisonville will be at Pleasant Hill, and Nevada will be at Warrensburg. In District 8, Van Horn will be at Kearney, and Savannah will be at Smithville. In Class 5, brought to you by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. St. Mary's will be at Cardinal Ritter in District 1, and Poplar Bluff will be at Cape Central. In District 2, Washington will be at Eureka, and Rockwood Summit will be at Lafayette. And in District 3, excuse me, District 3, Ladue will be at the 1-seed Hazelwood East, while MICDS will play host to Chaminade. In District 4, Fort Zumwalt West will be at Fort Zumwalt North, and North Point will be at Liberty. In District 5, Camdenton will be at Helias, and Lebanon will be at Capital City. In District 6, Glendale is at Branson, and Hillcrest will be at Republic. And in District 7, Neosho will be at Carthage, and Webb City travels to Grain Valley. District 8, St. Joe's Central will be at Platte County, and Fort Osage will be at St. Pius X. Silo Ridge Golf and Country brings you Class 6 district semifinals, and in District 1, Oakville will be at Seckman. Lindbergh will be at Jackson. In District 2, Marquette will be at CBC. Francis Howe will be at Kirkwood. In District 3, Pattonville will be at DeSmet, and SLU will be at Rittenhour. And in District 4, Francis House Central will be at Troy Buchanan, and St. Dominic travels to Rockbridge. In District 5, Ozark will be at Nixa, and Kickapoo is at Joplin. And in District 6, Raypeck will be at Lee Summit North, and Rockhurst will be at Lee Summit. District 7, Blue Springs will be at Blue Springs South. Liberty will be at Liberty North. And in District 8, it will be Park Hill South at Park Hill. And North Kansas City will be at Oak Park. So there you have it, all the schedules for tonight. I don't think I skipped any districts, but one district I'm paying particular attention to will be that Class 5 District 5, where Camdenton travels to Elias and Lebanon is the capital city. All four of those teams, I believe, are in the same conference, so all rematches. What are your thoughts there?
Well, with the exception of Lebanon, they're Lebanon in the COC. But Lebanon's record kind of disguises their potential. Lebanon has really pushed a lot of they have a lot of talent there, and they have the best scoring player right now in Southwest Missouri, just about. But Camdenton, tough conference with Capital City and Helias, along with the other Columbia schools. But yeah, I would say that is and both games are within 10 minutes of each other. So really, if you want to watch two good football games tonight, you could spend half in one and half in the other.
Yeah, and you're referring to Lebanon's Jax Glendenning. He was a Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week when he set the all-time rushing record at Lebanon High School 3 weeks ago. And then the following week, he set the all-time career touchdown record at Lebanon High School. And just last week, he was named the good heavens here. I'm trying to get rid of that, but we'll see what happens here. But
was it the quarterback club player of the year, I believe, there?
Yes, he was quarterback club offensive player of the year for the Springfield area quarterback club large school.
And that is a well-deserved award for him. That Lebanon community, they really surround football if you ever watch some of their stuff they put out.
You bet. Well, hey, for everybody that's watching, we appreciate you tuning in. Send us a note of where you're from, as long as it's not a spam message that we got that I have removed. But hey, go to our Facebook page and like us on Facebook. You'll never miss a show when it's going live. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe. We've got over 1,800 episodes on there over the years of doing the show. And then we'll be back live at 9:30 tonight with Friday Night Live right here on the Missouri Sports Network, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol remind us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Alan, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll see you later on tonight.
All right. And we got a listener from Independence, Missouri, just chimed in. So appreciate you tuning in. Smoke Signal is his handle on Twitter. Thank you so much. And we'll be back at 9:30 tonight